Hello Cancer and welcome to your reading. This is a reading for all those who have a Cancer sun sign, Cancer moon sign, Cancer ascendant. We're taking a look at your current energies. Some of you could have just stepped into them, some of you could be in the midst of them, and some of you could be towards the end of experiencing these energies. See how this reading and these energies connect with a situation which you are currently experiencing or which has been on your mind for some time, or anything which you are looking for solving for yourself, right? So just see how it applies, how much of it applies, and think through the guidance before proceeding. So let us start Cancer's reading. We will start by taking a look, doing a past, present, and future spread for you. Let's begin. What's your past? Four of Pentacles. Present, Ace of Swords. Coming up, future, Queen of Wands. So I think you kind of have been experiencing a phase where you felt a little limited and confined. I think you were holding back, Cancer, from participating in something in the past, and you decided you were not wanting to put yourself out there. You wanted to hold back, you wanted to avoid sharing yourself, sharing your time, sharing your energy. But I think you achieved a breakthrough in that with the Ace of Swords. Something has cleared up for you. You got some kind of a epiphany, let's say. You got some kind of an inspiration, right? Because you also have the Queen of Wands. Something cleared up for you in your head, which is like now you're in the Queen of Wands energy, where you feel very enthusiastic, where you feel very you feel like coming out of the shadows. You feel like going out there. You feel like exerting, not exerting, but yes, kind of being so to say, coming out of the closet. That kind of an energy where you want to go out and mix with people, start interacting with people, coming out of a phase where you were not doing that. Okay, we'll just explore all these cards in detail, starting with the Four of Pentacles. Let's see, what was your past? Yes, Eight of Swords, right? So again, this is a card of feeling limited, feeling confined, being held back, not knowing how to get out, whether you want to get out, and you were letting it be. Okay, we've got the Hangman card here, followed by the High Priestess. So I think this was a time where you were you felt you were a little caught up in your head. Okay, I think there was some thought, you were thinking about something, some issue. It would be different for all of you, but you were so wrapped up in your own thoughts, and trying to just kind of trying to find a way out of it, because you've got this High Priestess card as well. So some of you probably could be doing your own tarot readings as well, to get a grip or get a handle on this situation. But I think you felt that this was just a momentary phase where you need to be in the shadows. This card also talks of that, and you allowed yourself to be in the shadow for a long time, because your thoughts were a little, the thing is that when we are confused about things, or we do not know how to handle something, we're not getting a an opening. So you allow things to be, because when you let things be, and when you stop struggling, and when you stop trying very hard to find a way out, you invariably get a way out. So this is exactly what you have been doing, Cancer. Though you were really in your head about something, you decided to let it be. You felt that if you just let it be, you will find a solution. And sure enough, I think your intuition was quite strong, and you did follow it, because the High Priestess card is the card which talks of things which are very intuitive. When you follow your intuition, things which are not very clear, you had some inner knowing, some inner guidance. right? Which you kind of just followed, and I think because of that you got this Ace of Swords card. Something cleared up for you when you allowed these energies just to be, when you stopped resisting them and you stopped fighting them. You just let them be, which is the Hangman card, and something, out of the blue just struck you, which gave you all the clarity you needed. Or maybe it was a tarot reading, you did a tarot reading, you saw, which kind of cleared up everything for you. So now you've got the Lovers card, you've got the Hermit, and you've got the Fool. These are all very, very powerful cards, because these are cards which are cards which hold cosmic energy. It's very strong cosmic energy, the universal energies. These are the major arcana cards, and you got five of them so far: Lovers, Hermit, Fool, High Priestess, as well as the Hanged Man. So I think you have been accessing a lot of information from source, from a deep knowing, from your guides, from your masters, from anybody who is not of the earthly realm. Somehow that kind of guidance has pulled you out of this situation, and now you know which path you need to walk on. You've taken the decision. Lover's card is a card of choice, it's a card of choosing. So here you were all caught up in your head, you did not know what to do. You got your guidance, you got your inspiration, which cleared up your head, and you have decided what you would like to follow. However, you feel that you should, this is not the time to this is still time for you to, now that you're clear, but you're not very clear on the next step you need to take. You still would like to be in the background a little bit, trying to get more information. So you know what you need to do, but you need a little more information on how you need to proceed with whatever you have chosen, Cancer. And for that, you're again in the Hermit mode. You're looking for that one sign, that one step which you need to take for now. You're just looking at something very immediate for yourself, which you can follow through, because you have this energy of the Fool, that you want to start out on it, but you're not ready whilst you are watching this video. You wish to just hold back for a little while, for something. I do not know, because the Hermit card again is your own internal processing of situation and energies. I think you're processing it a little more, you're spending a little more time with it before you really step out and follow it completely. Let's take a look at the Queen of Wands. You got the Page of Wands. You got the Page of Wands, again Wands energy coming out. You got the Queen of Cups. And you've got the Two of Swords. So these cards are also talking about pretty much the same energy, carrying forward from the Ace of Swords and these three cards. It is just kind of moving over a little more over here. You do know what you want, the path you want to walk, it's quite clear, but I think you're just taking a little more time. I do not know what for, Cancer, but I think you are at some level you are ready to follow through with what you have chosen, but you're holding back, I think, just to get a little sign from the universe, whether it is the right time, or whether the step you're deciding to take is the right step. Is your approach correct? Is the timing? I don't think it's about timing. I think there is something inside you which is holding back a little. Let me see, what is it that is holding you back, Cancer? Because again you have got Two of Swords over here, which is again does not show any forward movement even in the future. You are ready to move, no doubt about it, but at the physical level you don't seem to be making any movement. So why is Cancer holding back? Can we get some guidance regarding that? Why is Cancer holding back and not moving forward? What is holding Cancer back? You got Page of Pentacles, again another page, the World, and the Magician. I think you're waiting for something, a cycle. I don't know, I think, okay, I get it now. I was talking about choices over here. You've got the Lover's choice. So you have decided what you want to go with, but what you are leaving hasn't got the closure. That hasn't closed. before you can leave that and move on to something brand new. I think that is what you're waiting for. That is why you have two of swords here. That's why you have a page here, a page here. Pages are also about new beginnings, but here you see the pages are not moving, right? The fool is ready to move, the hermit is also seated. There's no movement, there's no movement card in your spread, Cancer. So I think whatever you have chosen and whatever you have whatever you've chosen to move forward with and whatever you have chosen to leave behind, that is very very clear. But whatever you have taken away your interest from, you're waiting for a final closure on that before you can start working on something new, because the world card is the end, the fool is the beginning of the next cycle, and the magician is the first card, where you start picking up your tools and when you start thinking of how you're going to use them. So I think you're waiting for this final closure to happen before you can start. So these are very strong cards of you're at that cusp, where you're waiting, you're waiting for that other thing to just close completely before you can start creating your dreams regarding what you have chosen. So that is what you're waiting for, and let us get a little guidance for this closure. What guidance can we give Cancer regarding this closure they are looking at before they can move forward? Any guidance regarding this world card? Let's get a little more information on this world card. You got justice. Yes, some things need to be balanced out. You've got Four of Pentacles and you've got Six of Swords. So this is the first card of moving away from a situation which you no longer want to participate in. So this is one positive indication that you are going to move away, but something from the universe needs to be balanced, right? And that is why you're holding back. This is again a card of holding back. This is again a card of not knowing what it's, you got a blindfold on over here. So this is a card of holding back. That is why you're feeling a little probably insecure, because this thing hasn't closed up, and you feel that you will get your entire confidence and the full energy back once there is a final closure to this event and the chapter closes for good. So divine justice is going to happen, and you've got the world card, which shows that the universe is doing its best to close it for you. It might take a little time, but you are definitely moving forward, because the card of movement, Six of Swords, is here. Cancer. Oops, this card just happened to come out before I could set the intention. Here it says adversity. I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. So it's not been easy for you, okay, let me put it here. It's not been easy, it's not been an easy time for you going by this Eight of Swords card. And you've got the Four of Pentacles twice. I've just noticed it over here as well as over here. So it is about a situation where you have been holding back, because I think you've done all what you could, and now you've left it completely to the universe. So it was a very trying time for you. It was very difficult, but you've had finally you find through all of this, at least now you know that what you want and what you don't want. What you don't want is being brought to an end by the universe, so that you can move on to finally what you have chosen for yourself. So this was probably the difficult way to learn what you really value, what you really want to do. Okay, so choosing this was a little difficult time for you, but you have made that decision and wanting to move forward, just waiting for things to close. Any guidance which we can give, Cancer? Imagination, which is the card of the magician as well. It sounds quite the same. Imagination, magician. So I think you can start creating your future with whatever you have chosen. Just see how the new ideas you get, the creative ideas you get regarding anything. It could also be about closing the situation, it could also be about the new thing you're taking up. And you've got the humor card. It talks of taking things in a taking things in a light spirit. If we get so serious about everything in life, life becomes very difficult, right? And life is constantly moving, constantly changing. If you're going to focus on something very strongly with a lot of energy, it becomes very dense, it gets very heavy, it weighs down on our shoulders, whereas we should be taking everything in a stride, because the more we hold on to things, the more difficult it becomes to leave them. and life is about it. We cannot hold on to anything, nothing goes with us, right? So it's best to be experienced in a lighter vein, though mind you, it is very easy to say it now when you're out of the situation, but if only we could have that kind of a perspective through trying times. But I guess trying times are called trying times because we lose our sense of, we can't see anything nice in that, right? But in hindsight, everything does, make sense, everything falls into place. So even though, this is a part of your past now, if only you were to see it in a lighter vein, I think, in future it will not bother you, Cancer. So the forward movement is definitely indicated, it's definitely happening. Just take a little while, for the universal laws to come into play, justice being, served, and the whole chapter coming to an end. Meanwhile, it would be a good idea to focus your energy on creating what you want to create, and just, looking at the past in a lighter vein. Okay. So, Cancer, with that, I'll wrap up your reading. If you like the reading, do subscribe to the channel for regular updates. And thanks for watching.